Hello, 713. Welcome to your Module 5 preview. So in Module 5, it says here we're wrapping up theoretical perspectives. So the first phase of this class in the first 5 modules is a phase of kind of exploring theoretical perspectives. And as you know, they don't just go away. And many of you have said in your questions and discussion how you're seeing how they're connected to methodology. And we're going to go into methods and methodology coming up. So they're still underneath and we'll still give you feedback on them, but the assignments for them and playing with them are kind of tapering off. So the last part here, and I want to put this up front. Normally I'll say, let's look at our time on task, make sure you stay on your time on task and look at our assignments. Okay, normally I say no surprises there. Okay, there's a different tempo. There is a surprise this week for turning in assignments. And it's not in any way to torture you or keep you on your toes. This is about an experience that we're trying to have together. So let me give you a little bit of an overview on what we're trying to do. We're going to undertake a hermeneutical movement around the understanding of action research as a class. Now, many of you in your Jargon Busters actually centered on hermeneutics, talking about it, what it kind of means, how you're struggling with it. We're actually just going to perform it together. And that takes a little bit of time. Now, these aren't huge due dates and they shouldn't be taking lots and lots of your time. But the very first thing that you're going to do for your hermeneutical understanding, and I'm going to jump to it right now, is you're going to, by February 7th, you're going to go in to this discussion post and off the top of your head, you're just going to write your understanding of action research. No citations, no literature, just your working understanding or definition of how you see action research, just off the top of your head. So this should be really quick by February 7th. All right. Now, this is all connected to this larger play. And right here, we have 5 steps that we're going to go to through the hermeneutical process of understanding action research. That first step I just mentioned, February 7th, you've got your off the top of the head definition of that. Your step 2 is you are going to read the posts from your peers and think about how you are understanding it and look at how other people are understanding it. That is the step 2 layer of this hermeneutical process that we're undertaking. Okay. In step 2, all you're doing is reading. So there's nothing due, but you need to actually perform this. Okay. In step 3, you are going to create a second understanding and you're going to put it in your apply notebook. So you're going to go from step 1 off the top of your head. Step 2, you're going to read your peers. And step 3, you're going to use whatever influenced you from your peers' understanding and write a new definition, which is step 3. All right. Then in step 4, the next action to influence your understanding is read the module readings in your core. I'm going to flip back to those. I know this is all over the place textually, but hopefully you're getting an understanding of kind of where we're at. So in step 4, after you've off the top of your head, read your peers, redefine and put it in your notebook, then go and read our core readings about action research. You also have a programmatic text about action research. Feel free to also use that or reflect back on that. And of course, we have some explore for a little deepening if you're going in any of these directions. All right, so back to our play. Okay. So complete the readings, and then you have a notebook submission on the 12th. So this is your normal Sunday submission. And here you're going to write your third understanding, your third iteration of going through this, and discuss how your understanding changed at each steps. Feel free to make notes at each step to kind of keep track of that if you want to kind of do it in the moment, but we want to see it in your step 5. So the two things that are physically due to us that we're going to be looking at in this play is you have to post by the 7th so that you can give that your peers time to read your off the top of the head understanding. And remember, it's off the top of their head. It doesn't have to be perfect and have absolutely no literature in it. Then step 2 is you guys looking through those. So kind of plan this out for your work plan. This should be super fast. You're posting on Tuesday. Don't agonize over it. Do take a little time in your step 2 to browse and think about your understanding. And in step 3, you're just going to rewrite it. And that might take you, I don't know, about 20 minutes. So don't, again, agonize. Then do your reading. And then on step 5, you're really going to think about how this process affected you and what your new working definition is. And we hope that this definition may help you and be something that you will be putting in your proposal. And the reason that we do this with action research in particular, why we're doing the hermeneutics of action research at the moment, is because all of you are doing action research. Not all of you are doing critical approaches. Not all of you are doing constructivist and social theories of learning. So this is where we all collide, and we can definitely do this together. And it's a good opportunity to not just on paper understand hermeneutics, but actually just go through a nice process of it. Okay, so that is your play. It has these several steps, and I just want to show you one more time. If you're worried about it, you can look at the play itself, but there's also this little piece at the bottom that kind of gives you a shorthand of what's due. All right, flip back through. Okay. You have the question assignment as normal. You can ask about the readings. You can catch up on any kind of questions maybe you didn't get to ask and anything else. You kind of know the drill on this, and they've been going wonderfully. I really appreciate the discussion that comes up with your questions. Okay, your M5 Connect. Actually, you are going to be meeting with me next week. All you have to do for your M5 Connect this week is set up that meeting. This will take you to a calendar where you can pick times. If you have trouble with the times, just email me separately and we'll work something out. These are only about 15 minutes. They're a check-in on how you're doing in the course, and they're also an opportunity for us to, one, get to see each other face to face, but also if we find we want to discuss some things more, we can set up more meetings for one-on-ones. Again, you're just setting it up here. It's for the week after, and all the dates are in there. All right, and you have an M5 apply. And this is the culmination of what we've done in M1 apply, M2 apply, M3 apply, M4 apply. M5 apply is the end. And we're gonna ask you to end with a visual blueprint or map, or, you know, some of you have some really interesting kind of flow charts that you're using. I've had students before draw it out, take a picture and send it. I've had people use the Google Draw tools or put it in PowerPoints or make a graphic of their own. So any of these things are fine. They can be as intricate or not as you like. But what we're looking for here is a map of your context. So the pieces that you're highlighting in your context, and kind of the blueprint to how you are going through your study. This is fairly open-ended, but the purpose of this is for you to have a quick place to look. I mean, you have all this documentation and you can go back and read all your writing, but sometimes it's nice to get all of that into one kind of diagram or visual to help anchor you as you're thinking forward into new things instead of getting in the weeds of everything. You can even in your blueprint, link it to text that's more detailed if you want that as a reference. So you're looking to build a blueprint, a visual, a diagram, a thought map, anything like that, whatever's going to speak to you. So, like I said, open-ended, but this is a tool for you to culminate all the things that we've done in all the other applies about your theoretical perspectives, your research questions, your context, and how the things connect. And that's it. That's all of M5. So the hermeneutical experience that is driven by the play, pay attention to those due dates and the times those need to be done so that we can include each other's work. And then you have the connect, which is just setting up a meeting with me for next week. And you have your apply with the blueprint. All right, I look forward to reading your work this week, and I hope you enjoy.